today. We look forward to welcoming you on board again soon.
I'm in my last train now, on my way to Visp, and then I'll get an Uber to Saasvee, where everyone else already arrived like 2 hours ago. I'm the last one to come. I met up with my mum and my sister in Lucerne, which was so lovely. I haven't seen them in a year, and my youngest sister, it was her birthday last week. She turned 11, and she grew so much in 1 year. It's actually incredible. I don't want to talk too much right now because I'm sitting in a train. I just wanted to show you guys something. My mum made me the best thing ever. It's this. And in German you say marillenknödel. It's like an Austrian thing. I don't really know how to translate it, but basically it's like kind of like dough made from potatoes, and inside there is an apricot, and then you kind of cook them, and then you fry them in a mixture of like breadcrumbs and sugar, and they're the best thing in the world. And my mom makes them vegan just for me, and they're so good. Like nothing tastes as good as homemade marillenknödel from my mom. And she made some for me, and I'm so happy because I haven't had them in like 2 years or something. I never make them myself, and you know, you can't find them anywhere. I also only slept 4 hours, and I had 2 coffees. I'm so exhausted. I'll check in later on again because, wow, I feel a bit like delusional right now. Just want to share how the smallest things can make someone else feel really loved and seen. And my mom making this for me means like the world to me. Like that's all I need from her, and I feel so loved now. So this is how they look like. They have like the dough and then the apricot, and that's the breadcrumbs and the sugar, and it's so good. Wow. Maybe I'll share the recipe once. If no one knows it, please Google marillenknödel and try making them, or try finding them, but actually try making them because it's a lot better if they're homemade. It's Alex! It's really heavy, it's 25 pounds. Thank you.
To Switzerland.
It is.
It's amazing.
This morning just thinking how incredibly grateful I am for this reality that I'm currently living in. Like I'm going? Yes, let's go. Gonna go get bread.
take the gondola up on one of the mountains here to have lunch. It's actually really warm. I don't know, I thought it was gonna be colder, and it's so insane because there's snow on all of the mountains, but it's so hot down here. Like, I forgot how green Switzerland actually gets. Like, even during the summer, it's still incredible. Look at this.
To the glacier hike today with Lena and a lot of creative people. So in the glacier.
My outfit is a bit random today. So I got this is mine. This and my underwear is probably the only thing that's actually mine. The shirt is my mom's. These hiking pants are my mom's. The shoes are from her new boyfriend's son, I think. And then the socks are my mom's too. And this jacket is from Luca's grandmother. And Luca is one of the guys that is here with us. He brought me the jacket from his grandma. It's really nice. And then the sunglasses are mine too, but yeah. Thank you. Got a stick, got some spikes, got new sunglasses. We ended up spending the whole morning and lunch on top of the mountain. The glacier hike was incredible. A bit crazy because we were going over the crevices where you can like fall in, and you had to be really careful not to step on snow, and he was kind of like trying to figure out a way on it, and some of them were really deep and you had to kind of jump over them, and I've never done anything like that before. So yeah, it was very, very cool to experience. And now we're going to hike to a waterfall with the yoga teacher that came to our house yesterday to give us like a yoga class. Her and her fiance, I think they live here, and they know this kind of secret spot where you can jump into a little pool by the waterfall, and it's like 40 minutes hike from here. So we're gonna meet up with them. He's a pro snowboarder, I think, and she's a yoga teacher, and it's super interesting. I'm really keen to just hang out with them too. And yeah, like even in a tiny village in Switzerland, you meet cool people, and I really, really love that. Everyone here is so lovely and interesting and inspired and creative. It's really fun to be here right now. I wish I could stay a bit longer. I did get a really interesting question on my video of my first week in Mallorca when I was alone. And it was this girl, and she asked, I think she said, strange question, but how do you start thinking deep? And I really took like 2 days to consider an answer, because I almost don't really know when I started thinking deeper, I guess. Like it's not even like an active thing where I'm like, oh my god, I'm thinking so deep right now. It's just, I think I've just developed naturally with like the people around me, the situations I'm in. It's something that just came naturally to me. But when she asked it, I was like, okay, wow, at what point do I feel like that changed for me? And I really think that it is spending more time alone. I want to go deeper into that later on, but yeah, I feel like that is the one big thing that came to my mind, is the more time, you know, I spend in solitude or traveling alone, going to new places by yourself, and the more time you spend with your own thoughts, the more you can go into depth with them too. But yeah, we gotta go now. Everyone just came out. I will try to sit down later and just talk a bit more about it and try to explain, or yeah, just see what comes up. But yeah, excited to jump into a freezing waterfall. I think the water is gonna be so cold though.
You can swim. She smell of daisy, she smell of daisy. Cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
Good morning. I thought I would get up a bit earlier and first of all enjoy the morning here because it is beautiful with this view, and also kind of take advantage of everyone else still being asleep so I can have some time with my thoughts. Kind of what I was saying yesterday before we went to the waterfall about the question that I got in my latest video, how to start thinking deeper, which was a question that was in my mind for a couple of days before I felt like I could answer it, and I also talked to Alex about it. But I really believe that the biggest thing is time alone, and that can be 30 minutes in the morning where you get up before everyone else and you just sit with your thoughts. You go for a walk without your phone, without any distractions, without literally anything. You can write down your thoughts. There is something called the morning pages. It is from a book that I started reading, but I haven't continued reading yet, but I really want to read it. It's called The Artist's Way, and if you haven't heard of it, it is like a 12-week course or like guided program to unblock your creativity. The morning pages is something that you basically do every morning, and it's just 3 pages. You sit down, the first thing that you do, sit down, you get your journal, and you just write 3 pages. You don't stop writing until you finish 3 pages, and it's just a stream of consciousness. So that is another thing you could try, but I really think just allowing your thoughts to come and not holding on to them and not judging them and just being interested. Over time you will feel like you understand your thoughts better, your thought patterns better, because you will see patterns coming up, and then you'll be able to go deeper and kind of see, okay, I have this certain pattern of thinking, why? And the more time you spend in stillness and with your thoughts, the more you will be surprised that the answers just come to you in random moments. Like I had another kind of really eye-opening thought yesterday. We were walking back from the waterfall, and Alex has his ukulele, and he was playing ukulele and he was singing. He has a beautiful voice. I didn't really think about it. I just started singing with him. We were walking with this group of like 7 people. I haven't sung in front of people in 10 years because I was so afraid to be heard and to be seen. And at that moment I almost cried because I used to love singing. I still love singing, but I used to go to like theater school and be in a choir and take singing lessons, and it was such a big part of my life. And then when I got into puberty, like at 13, 14, I lost all my confidence. I just stopped doing it, and the more I didn't do it, the worse I felt, and the less confident I felt, and the bigger of an issue it was in my head. And I was wondering, like, how did that even happen? Because I tell people that I used to sing, and the second I voice those things, I feel this pressure on me that they now have this perception of me being good at singing because I used to sing, or because I used to play the piano. They now think I'm good at it. And I've had this problem for 10 years. And then I understood that, and that was for the first time yesterday, it is because I am trying to tell people who I am, and that just doesn't work for me. I feel like if I voice something before I do it, like if I say to someone, oh, I used to sing, then I feel like there's pressure because I feel like, oh, this person now thinks that I'm good at singing. What if I'm not good anymore? Because I haven't practiced in 10 years. That just spirals for me, and I just end up being so anxious that I'm not going to do it. Even people that I've known for years, they have never heard me sing in front of them. Whereas if I meet new people, like this whole group here, and I don't tell them who I am, or just like these specific things about me that give me anxiety or to give me pressure, or where I put pressure on myself, but I just show them, then there is no pressure because no one there knew I used to take singing lessons. So there was no pressure for me. Like, even if I sound bad, it doesn't matter because it was in a moment, and no one there had this perception of me having to sound good when I was singing because I used to take singing lessons. I hope this makes sense, but it was just this really big understanding for me. So it's more about really learning how to show people who you are, because in the end, actions speak so much louder than words, and I feel like it is very easy to get comfortable or complacent in telling people who you are, telling people your identity, and then you tell them things that might not even be true anymore. I don't need to tell people that I can sing. I haven't practiced singing in 10 years, and it doesn't mean that my voice sounds bad or anything, but it's just not that big of my identity anymore. I really want to speak less with my words and more with my actions, and show people who I am. Show them that I'm kind, that I'm genuine, that I'm honest, and not just when someone asks me, who are you or what do you do, just like telling them a whole identity that I perceive to have, or of who I perceive to be. People subconsciously will understand you so much better and see you for who you really are if you focus on showing them rather than just telling them.
Nice view and everything, but it's 45 minutes to go and back and forth. And it's only like
Today is the last day of the retreat, or yesterday was the last day actually, because we're leaving at 12 p.m. today. I was just cooking my breakfast when I had this thought that I was wondering what I'm learning from my life, and like the things that I'm doing and the experiences that I'm having. And I think from this right now, obviously I got so much positive things that I can take away. like the crating we did. I'm so excited to edit everything, and it was really nice to be able to spend time with Alex and see him again, and also just get to know him better as like a friend. We did talk about practicing gratitude yesterday. It made me realize how important it is to practice gratitude and to allow yourself to be proud of yourself and to celebrate your wins no matter how small they are. It's also something that I need to work on, but I feel like I'm trying to practice gratitude more daily, and especially in the small things, but also the big things. I feel like sometimes the big things are even harder to celebrate or to be grateful for, because it feels like they're so big that there's no way you could deserve it. So yeah, practicing that. But what I actually wanted to talk about is that meeting strangers, you're always gonna meet people that you might not understand, and they might not understand you, or maybe they understand you and you just don't understand them. And I think in situations like that, it is always something that you can learn from it, because there's a reason that you meet those people. So for me, for example, the things that came up, I can learn not to judge too much, or in general, like work on my judgment. Just because I've gone through what I've gone through doesn't mean that it's wrong for other people to not have come to the same realizations, or at least how I perceive it, because in the end it's all my perception and I could be wrong. That is just my personal perception. So practicing not to judge people, especially before you know them. Like yesterday and last night, we all sat together and everyone shared something that was very personal to them, and very, very emotional things came up. Things where I was like, I would have never guessed. But once you know so many things that you, or behaviors that you see of a person, they make sense, and you're like, wow, I could have judged this completely wrong because I didn't know. And it's not your fault that you don't know, like if people don't tell you or you don't ask, you don't know. But I do think that every judgment you place on someone else, to some extent you also place on yourself. That was the first one. And the second one was kindness and openness. I do think I'm a kind person, and I'm very emotionally available and open, and I want everyone to feel seen and heard, and like that there's space for them to share whatever. But sometimes when I'm just like tired or exhausted or not in a great headspace, or when I feel like someone is not my kind of person that I like instantly get along with, I feel like I'm less open to that kindness, and I'm more closed off. And especially in a group, it's really important, I think, that everyone feels included. Yeah, just part of it, because I've been in groups where I haven't felt like that, and it's like the worst feeling you can have when you're in a group, in a friend group, or even a group of strangers, when you feel like you're the odd one out and no one is like actually thinking about you. So I feel like that really led to me thinking about other people constantly, and being aware of other people constantly, and trying to make them feel included and seen. But I feel like just finding that balance is really important. Yeah, those are the two big things that I'm taking away. Or one big thing? I actually don't know how many big things it is, but those are the things that I'm taking away from these 4 days. I'm very happy that I came. I've met amazing people. I've seen beautiful places. So yeah, that was kind of it. I'm going to my family for the next 3 days, and then I'm flying to New York. We'll do another one. See you in New York.
See you in New York.
In 3 days. Oh, we never did the transition. Wait, do the other one now.
Okay. Well, it's the end of the retreat. Thank you, Luca. Thank you, Stelios. Thank you, Alina. We are in Visp, leaving after 4 amazing days.
board my flight to New York now. I've spent the last 4 days with my family and I haven't really recorded anything because I just really want to be present and also just wrap up a lot of the projects that I've been shooting in Mallorca. So it was just family time and work, which was great. I feel good now. I feel like most of the projects that I shot are wrapped up, which is great. The flight is like 10.5 hours and then I'll arrive around like 4:30 p.m. in New York. The guy's gonna meet me there at like 10 p.m. because he's taking a train from Montreal to New York. Haven't seen him in like almost 5 weeks. I don't know when I will actually realize that I'm going to a place that I've seen in like movies and on social media, on TV, wherever, for ages now, basically my whole life, and now I'm actually going there, so I'm very excited.